Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rose Ed podcast. We're back again, and Norwich are in the top six of the championship. So, roll on a playoff final, roll on the Premier League next season for Norwich. That's all that matters.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We'll
It
be there.
is.
We'll be there.
I will be there, no matter what. I'm so
And
ill
you
right
can
now. The
tell
fact
he's
we're
not
doing this,
very well. Yeah,
not
he's not
very
very
well.
well now.
Oh, don't get a job where you have to get up at 5 a.m. every morning. Wow. Adam, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, life's good. When I got back from Madrid the other day, although I'm in a Panathinaikos shirt, it's a little bit different. But yeah, yeah, it was really good. I'm hoping to make some sort of TikTok vloggy thing. So yeah, if you're following the TikTok, hopefully you guys see that. But you got to give me time. I'm a busy man, 9 to 5, so
Both
don't have
very
much time.
busy men.
But I'm gonna try and get out hopefully end of this week, early next week. But yeah, it's been good. Liverpool doing all right. But yeah, I don't know.
Tough
What
one to
about
take
you?
that draw.
Uh, I think we could have won it second half. We'd had a penalty. We
Yeah.
should have got a penalty there at the end. I think the ref bottled it a little bit. Um, and I kind of get why he bottled it because 98th minute in a game that could decide the title. I get it why he
But
like
if
didn't.
everyone's saying it's a definite pen, so
But yeah, I don't. I get he touches the ball slightly, but your foot's up by his chest. Like anywhere else, that's a foul.
I mean, yeah, you see players so many times these days that maybe get a nick on the ball, but they're following through with a challenge.
Hmm.
You see them get
Exactly.
sent off.
Exactly. So what? Does McAllister have to put his face in it and take it to the face
Probably.
to win it? That's just.
I mean, that might have to be the
We had
case.
chances to win it. I thought Diaz was really good. He did everything but score. Like he played so well, running Kyle Walker and Rodri down that line all game, but just couldn't score.
Hmm.
Which it's good to see him getting back to his best sort of form. He just needs to find them goals. I thought Endo and McAllister were exceptional. Didn't look out of place at all in arguably the toughest game we'll probably play all season. Um, Van Dijk looked as he has done all season, just unreal. Kelleher was good. Um, I think a draw is not a bad result, but they were there for the taking. I think Man City. I've not seen us dominate a team like that. I've not seen Man City be dominated like that for a very long time in that second
Yeah.
half. Obviously they went ahead with a nice, well worked goal, but after the second half, they barely had a sniff. They obviously hit the post with Doku, which could have gone that way, but we were just all over them. It shows Anfield, I think, a little bit, but I think we're a bit disappointed because the game was there for the taking. But before the game, I think if you'd have said a draw, I'd have taken it, so I will. But it just puts more pressure on the Man City Arsenal game in 2 weeks' time, I think it is.
Yeah. It's massive
Which
now, isn't it?
That's massive for yeah, and obviously with Arsenal being top now by goal difference, I don't think it'll be decided by goal difference. I think but all teams will drop points. Like if Man City play like that against other teams, they'll definitely
Which they
drop
have
points.
done as well. If they've played like that
Yeah,
against other teams, they
and
have been poor.
exactly. And with Arsenal, I think they might have peaked a little bit too early, and they might have a slight drop off, and in just
I don't
what could
know.
just be one or two games.
I don't see it happening with Arsenal. I think
I don't know. I think thing is it could only be you could literally just draw two games, and that could be you out the title race at this rate because it's that close. Do you know what I mean? Like it could be that much like that could that
mm,
that's all it could be. It doesn't need to be four
yeah,
defeats.
1 point separating third and first.
Yeah, that's the
It
thing.
does
It
seem
could
like that way, but
could just be a couple draws,
uh,
but
we're cancelling City out. We know they're capable of like a 10 game run where they just win all
yeah,
10.
I still
Um,
think it'll be City to win it, to be honest. I still think.
I'm putting my money on Arsenal. I
Oh,
think um, again, I know City are capable of this 10 game run, but we're yet to see it. It's sort of like a okay, so when's it actually starting then? Because we've seen
Mhm.
occasions where they've beaten teams, three on the bounce, four on the bounce, and then they have a couple of stinkers.
The thing is, they've not lost in 3 months.
But
That's what's mental.
they've just been a bit poor.
But not losing in 3 months when being a bit poor is still very impressive.
Yeah, no, but this is Man City's standards.
Oh
I think
yeah, but
Man City's next
yeah,
level is to go unbeaten in a season.
and I
This
think
level
they
is
they could.
dropped for them.
I think what's weird is I think all the three of the teams could go unbeaten for the rest of the season.
I
I think it's
mean,
possible.
for Man City, their next step is to next season is to go unbeaten for the whole season.
Oh, to try and break the Invincibles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I
don't see it
think so.
happening because they'll go on all fronts and they'll drop points like not going too off topic, but that Invincibles team just focused on the Prem. City focus for all four trophies every year without fail.
True.
Um, but I think so. This season, it's going to come down to the final. I think two games of the season. I don't think it'll be a final day thing.
I think
Uh,
one team, I don't know who, it'd be one of the three because both of their flaws and all have their
yeah,
pros.
one will drop out. I
One will
think.
drop out before then. I think I can see one of
Yeah,
them just
yeah.
falling off a little bit, losing their form a little bit. Don't know who it will be.
It's
Because
it's it's so hard.
injuries could hit both
Mm.
sides. You look at Man City, they haven't
Ederson's
got the
out
squad
now.
depth. They haven't got the
Mm,
squad depth what they did last season, and you think
yeah.
you lose a Haaland, you lose a Rodri, you lose a De Bruyne again.
Mm.
And you see them struggling. You look at Arsenal. You lose a Rice. You lose a Havertz
That's
at this
it.
moment
It's
of time,
Arsenal
or a
that's
Saliba.
Arsenal have been lucky with injury. I know they lost Timber,
And they've
but
lost Martinelli now for a couple of games as
I
well.
was Martinelli out. Oh, I didn't know.
Supposedly, I think he might only be
Oh,
out for tonight's Champions League game. I'm not too
oh.
sure, but
But they've been relatively like compared to okay, De Bruyne's been out for half the season. We've not had
Haaland's been
trade
out for a little bit as well.
exactly like Arsenal
Man
have been
City
the
have had,
luckiest out of
yeah.
all three with this injury. So
But you remember last season, Arsenal were very unfortunate losing Saliba on the
oh
back
yeah,
end
they
of the
lost Saliba,
season,
but
which
I
kind of
think
sort of ended
yeah,
their title hopes in a sense. They
mm,
didn't really. I
I
think
think it's
Rob
going to be
Holding got
like
placed there.
because obviously they're both still in the Champions League. Obviously, as we speak tonight, I think Arsenal playing tonight. I think as we
They are
speak.
playing currently, Adam, as we record this podcast so
Yeah,
very late. They have just kicked off as of now.
yeah.
I
So,
was hoping to watch that, but no, Adam was insisting, oh, can we just push it back? Can we push it back? Fucking fine, Adam.
but
Fine. I'll miss some
so I think
Champions League football.
if they get through and they get a difficult draw, as in like a Madrid or something like that, then they'll have to start prioritizing players because they won't be able to compete on the two fronts if they're playing like a Madrid or a Bayern.
But you
Well,
think if they get knocked out tonight, that's all their
yeah,
focus on the Premier League.
yeah, exactly. So I
Um,
was going to say it goes
and
both
that could
ways.
really, really
I think that could.
um
I think if they get
shift.
knocked out, it could really like hit them hard
It
because
could hit them hard, but
also,
also at the same time, it's how it's going to hit them. It's how they pick themselves back up. If they pick themselves back up in the right manner, and all the players are fully focused on that league
mm,
title, I don't think there's a lot that stops them because Man City, they're through. You're
yeah,
through in the Europa
yeah,
League, and
mm,
whether that's maybe, I mean, you can comfortably rest players in the Europa League,
yeah.
but
We'll
then
rest
again,
players ahead for United.
your squad depth isn't the best.
It's not, but we've been shown, but we've said it for months. The
But then
difference,
again, yeah, but we saw
Klopp,
again in the League Cup
Arteta, that's the difference.
in the League Cup final when the
Yeah.
kids did play and
Hmm.
stepped up to the mark. So,
It's
I mean,
you're going Pep Guardiola, Klopp versus Arteta, and that's what I almost think that's what it's going to come down to because the teams are so.
the
So
mentality of the three
you could
managers.
argue all day long who's got the best squad. They've all got pros and cons each to them. They've all got world class players. They've all got a couple of players that are a bit questionable, but the managers is what I think is going to come down to. Like you
Mm.
said, the mentality. Arsenal, for me, they've got a few leaders, but they've not got any. Okay, they've all been there from last year, but I think it's different.
In
Like
terms of leaders, who are we saying at Arsenal?
Declan Rice, I think, is a
William
leader.
Saliba,
I
Martin
think him and
Odegaard is the
Gabriel.
captain.
Ode I don't know if Odegaard.
I think
I
he is.
think
I think silently
I
he's a
think he leads
bit,
differently. I think he's a different type of
but he's
leader.
a
I think
leader. I'd say he's a leader.
and yeah, I suppose he's more so than others. I think Jorginho's a bit of a leader just because he's an experienced player,
Yeah.
which I know doesn't
But
start,
then you
but
look at that Man City squad: Ruben Diaz,
that's what I
John
mean. Man
Stones,
City,
Rodri,
De Bruyne,
Bernardo
Haaland, even
Silva, De Bruyne,
Haaland.
Haaland. Haaland in itself is a leader just because of what he provides.
Yeah,
Ederson when
Foden
not
the way he's
injured.
playing at this rate. Bernardo, like you
Liverpool,
said,
Salah, Van
Salah,
Dijk.
Van Dijk, Trent, Allison. These guys have all been there and done it. Like they've
Yeah.
done it.
But
So
Arsenal is still. But I think there has to become a time where there is going to, because obviously he's kind of sort of been that Liverpool Man City debate. When Man City win the title, Liverpool either come close or you drop off massively. But if you do, Man City win the league clear. You know what I
yeah,
mean? They're
mm,
miles clear. So it's always sort of been that two-horse race since about God, what now, 2018 maybe.
good. Well, good 4 or 5 years at
Yeah,
least. Yeah,
yeah.
in a
So
while.
now Arsenal have sort of joined. They're trying to join that battle, and I like what they're doing. I think what they're doing is very
Oh yeah,
good.
they've been. My as I said, my worries. I think they might have just peaked that tad to it. It's almost like Liverpool and City almost still holding their cards a bit close to their chest, going, "We've got some cards here. We can still play." Whereas I think
You do
Arsenal.
feel that there is that step above.
I don't
Maybe
see
not
Arsenal getting better than what
necessarily.
they've been.
I'm not
If that makes
expecting
sense.
massive things from you. Not no disrespect, just purely
Yeah, no, I
because
know what you mean. We've
But from
been.
Man
Yeah.
City, you just know
They
what.
got another gear. I
Yeah,
think.
there
I
is
think.
another gear.
I think they can
E-
go up another couple gears. I think
Even with
we've only
Liverpool,
got
there,
maybe
there
one.
definitely might be. But like I say, I think like you've got a few injuries. You've got
Yeah, that's what it is.
squad
And I
depth,
think
and
the quicker we get them back, I think they were meant to be back after the international break, which could almost, I hate the phrase, oh, like a new signing, but it will be like that when they come back because like Conor Bradley's been exceptional, but we've missed you've almost forgotten about Trent, which is crazy to even suggest it.
but isn't that only a positive?
Exactly, but imagine adding Trent into this team now, adding Allison into this team,
Mm.
adding these players that are world class that can change games, can do this thing like leaders and that squad depth to a lot like you
But
can
like we
then
say,
rest Trent.
Arsenal haven't lost that yet. And if they don't,
Exactly.
if they don't lose these uh, lose players
Mm.
out to injury, and
It's
they
it's
keep up.
it's
But
so hard to
the thing
call.
is, I
It's
feel
so
like
hard to
the
call.
reason why Arsenal lost it last year is because they lost the leader and Saliba. They lost one of their key components. They're part of the spine of the team. We can all say, "Oh, but you need good enough cover." But
Yeah.
sometimes you're not going to have another backbone in the team like
Not
Saliba.
many.
Like,
Not many. No. Yeah.
no, I don't think any team has it.
Well, it's like
If
not,
Liverpool lose Salah,
we
you
lose Van
lose.
Dijk. Okay, yes, we have Kanate and Matip or whoever, but
If
it's
you're
a different
relying on
level.
that to
Yeah,
if you're relying on that to win a league title, that's not going to
it's a
win you a
different
league title.
level. Yeah,
Same with Man City. You lose Rodri.
yeah. Don't get me wrong.
You
We've
lose De
got good
Bruyne. You lose
players, but
Haaland.
they're different levels of yeah.
So this is my thinking. If Arsenal, I don't think Arsenal drop points to Man City if they keep these players fit. I
You
really
think they
don't think.
beat? You
I
think
think
they
they.
beat Man City?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
I don't see Man City playing.
Right.
I think Man City will. I think they'll hit them
No,
for.
no, I
I think they
really
will.
don't. I know. I Man City just.
I'm going 3-1 Man City. There's no
You know
way
what?
Haaland has such. Haaland and De Bruyne will not have a game like they did at Anfield. The two of them are going to cook them. I can't. And I think Arsenal are a very good team. I know it's easy for me to sound like I'm
No, but
talking down
do you
them,
know
but
what? I just look. There is something
easy on
about Man
game.
City that isn't clicking for me right now, and I think this is
Yeah,
massively. This is
I know
really
what you mean.
weirdly, but a transition period for Man City. You
It
look at the
feels
players
like
that,
it.
yeah, it feels like it in that sense. They've got sort of they've got the component. You see where they're going
There's
and
something
where they will
missing.
be next season,
Mm.
but right now they're not quite. Yeah, I mean, they're not. I don't.
They're not the
Mm,
finished product. Whereas
no, you still think there's
look at
more.
us and you look at Arsenal, you go, I can see what they're doing. Whereas with City, I know what you mean. It's obviously
You can see where they're
ridiculous
going,
team,
but with
but
Arsenal and Liverpool, it is more of a case. Yeah, no, this is it. Yeah, this is sort of
yeah,
because this is Klopp's final team. You know what I mean? And
that's
the
what it is.
signings he
Yeah,
made in the summer, obviously, I was very skeptical of them.
yeah.
But looking at it now, you look at the likes of Endo, who's turned
Endo's
into a
been
world.
quality,
He's been a
ridiculous.
world beater. Soboslai when fit is unbelievable.
Yeah,
Um,
McAllister's stepping up a lot recently.
yeah, McAllister.
I think it's just, what I almost want to see. You almost want to see all three teams lose a game and see how they react because I think that's what's gonna.
But I
I
think
think
we
every,
saw that. No, but I think this is the thing. We've
I think
seen
they're all
that
gonna
with
drop points.
Arsenal, and
Yeah,
this
but not recently. I'm talking like now we're in the running now. We've got
yeah, we're
what
in the running now,
nine,
but
10 games.
also recently, because obviously Arsenal were at top of the table for a bit before Christmas.
It's always changed. Yeah, it was when they
It was,
beat yeah just
yeah,
before
before
Christmas. Yeah,
Christmas, and then you look at that situation they had over Christmas. Really struggled, really drop
mm.
points. They were. It was almost sort of like they were out of the title race.
Yeah, and
And
that was
look how
mental.
they've
They need
built
10.
themselves back up, and they're top of the league.
Mm.
And
It
to
is
be
by a
fair,
goal difference, but yeah, I know.
it is
It is
yeah,
by a
but
point.
still, they're finding themselves top of the league.
Oh yeah, if it ended tomorrow, they were the league. Yeah, I
Yeah,
100%
that.
agree with that.
But you look at where they
Um,
were just after the Christmas period
they've
finished after
also
their
got the
poor run of
toughest
form.
fixtures left, is what
They
I'm saying
do.
as well.
Liverpool do have the easiest running
Yeah, I'd
on
say
paper.
so.
On paper. On paper.
Yeah. The thing is, they've all got to play Tottenham. Luckily, we've got them at home, and Tottenham and Man City's bogey team, and North London derby. They're going to try
Form
extra
goes out
hard
the
to
window,
stop.
doesn't it? So
They're going to stop Arsenal from winning that league, and Tottenham are very good. We've all got to play Man U. Well, no, two of us have to play Man U. Obviously, City already played them away at Old Trafford, I believe, as well. Could be
yeah.
difficult. Um, we've all got Villa, I believe, again. We've
But I
got
just,
Villa, and
but Adam, I just
it's
think
such big Brighton.
watching those Arsenal games over the last few weeks where they've been absolutely trouncing teams, and you can say to me, "Oh, but it was Burnley. Oh, but it was Sheffield United. What about West Ham away from home,
Oh
six
yeah, no, the
nil?
West Ham one was impressive. Yeah.
No, but they all were. They
Mm.
all
Oh no,
that
yeah, no. The
they all
Sheffield
were
one
in
was,
their own right. No, but
yeah,
even the Sheffield United one, it
yeah, I know, yeah,
it was just formidable. Um,
Oh, yeah,
like you play like that against any team in the Premier League, you beat them.
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. The thing is, it's
Definitely.
almost like you- obviously, okay, I know there's a bit of controversy. I didn't watch the Arsenal game on the weekend, but there was a bit about was it Havertz should have got sent off for diving or
Oh,
something. I don't
no
really
idea.
know, but apparently should have got a second yellow. Every team's getting their bit of luck. That's how it goes in football and VAR. It's what
You
it is.
lose your luck as well. Look at
Yeah,
Liverpool this weekend. You lose your luck
exactly.
at times.
So
You call them live
I
our
don't know.
poor, but
I think it will come down to the managers, and I think Arsenal. I think who it's weird because all three teams deserve it, and that sounds so weird saying it because they
they
do in
do.
their own way. You almost no one deserves to lose it, but someone has to win it. Um, I honestly couldn't say. I'd love to sit and go Liverpool win it.
But we'll
Uh,
we'll look back on this in five game weeks time or
yeah,
whatever,
and you could
and
be looking at a
you
completely
can
different league table.
exactly.
Yeah.
One team might have massively dropped off as a horse race, or even two teams have massively dropped off, and
It's
it's just looking clear set favour on
because it
one
wasn't too
team.
long ago we were saying Villa were in it, and now look, they might
But
not
I mean,
even
I
get
think we always
top.
said Villa were top four. I think we
Yeah.
there was a point before Christmas where they were a couple of points off the top, but then
Mm.
again, that's always going to be tight up
Yeah.
there at that point of the
Like
season. But
that's
the
what you
fact that
said. It's
there's
for game weeks, and it just like if thing is if Man City and Arsenal draw, so that puts Arsenal on 67.
well, look,
Then
Adam, we're going to be going back and forth with this. We're
oh
going to be going
no,
back and
yeah. But
forth.
what I'm saying is, then if we win, they draw, then suddenly the ball's back in our court. Do you know what I mean? It
Yeah,
will literally
well,
change
yeah.
by the week on who plays first, who plays last,
But
who's got.
wouldn't it be excellent just for the? I know this is not going to be good on your heart rate and
I've
stuff like
already
that, but
lost.
it'd be excellent if it goes to the last game of the season.
No, no, because I've watched three title races and we've lost all three of them.
Yeah, but I for the neutral for a three
The thing
horse
is,
race as well.
I
Obviously, we've
think
seen
it'll be
many
one of
two
them that
horse
like
races.
on the final day you'll have two teams that can win it, but you're asking for like say let's say
19 goals. So
you're asking for us to lose by like 3-0 and someone to win like something like that. So it'll be like
mm,
mathematically I think it'll all be close, but it'll be just off.
we'll
But
see. It's
that's
gonna no, but
exciting. The relegation
it's gonna
battle's
be good.
exciting. Top four is looking
But
exciting.
this is another thing I want to get your opinion on. Obviously, top four, we saw the sort of two teams that are battling it out for that final spot. I don't think
Yeah.
United will be up there. I think that again, they can go on like a
Finding
decent
league.
little 5 game run and that's it. Um,
I think they'll get fifth. I think they'll somehow beat Villa to it. I really think they do. I
yeah,
think Villa
Villa seem to be on
Villa
a
will focus on
massive drop
Europe, I
off,
think.
don't they?
Yeah,
That
Villa will go for Europe, and then that'll kill them, I think.
understandably so, though. This is their
Oh yeah,
first European
100%.
competition in God knows how long. They got that away 0-0 draw at Ajax, which bringing them back to Villa Park, like you said, I think they'll be fully focused on that.
And I
Um,
think that's where United will swoop in a
and
little bit.
especially at that 4-0 loss in the league to
Yeah, they need
Spurs.
to. A trophy for them is it's massive.
Again,
It's
I think Adam, we've spoken so heavily on injuries, and there's one team that injuries have massively affected, and international duty as well, that have massively affected. That isn't really spoken about enough, and where they could be without those situations happening is Tottenham
yeah.
losing
No,
Madison, Van der Ven, Romero. Um,
Doggy was
at
injured. Borrow was
Doggy
injured.
was injured, Porro was injured, Son was
Charlie
at Cup of Nations, Richarlison's injured.
Core has been out. They've literally lost everyone at times.
And you think if Tottenham had a fully fit squad,
They were top of the league, weren't they? When
yeah,
before everyone got injured, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, it was that Chelsea game, wasn't it? Where Nicholas Jackson scored a hat trick.
Yeah, and they got was it two lads sent off or something
Yeah,
like that?
Dogie and Romero got
Um,
sent off. Van der Ven got injured just
it
before
was just
half
a down.
time. Madison
Yeah.
got injured as well. That
Oh,
game, I
it was
believe.
a horrible game, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it
played the
was.
stupid high line that just killed them, didn't it?
Yeah, but
Remember?
he got a lot of praise for it, though. To be fair,
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah. I I
um,
I, I don't
but you
mind. I
question
think
it.
play
Could
well.
Spurs have been? I mean, I don't think so because I don't think Spurs quite have that quality. Yeah, but Andrew's a manager, they could have been, but
I think
they
it's
could have well been in.
I don't know
Given
how
a
many
run of
points
luck.
they are off, to be honest, because they play all three of us.
I
If they
think
go
no,
hypothetically,
I think they're still a fair few points
if
off.
they won all three of them games against all the top teams, then suddenly they do jump a little bit with that game in
I
hand as
mean,
well. Villa
there's still enough games left of the season. Who knows? Maybe Spurs for
It's
the
not. I
title. Who
wouldn't. Yeah, I
knows?
wouldn't be betting for it, but I think they could. You never
They're
know. They could somehow finish third because
they
one of the teams dropped out
who
for
came third? Who came fucking what was it? Third in the three horse race? I don't know, whatever horse race it
it
is.
was Tottenham last time they did it. They came.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
They
I
can,
think they'll overtake Villa and take that fourth spot. I think that's I'll be fairly confident they do that, especially with that
yeah, I
game.
think Villa will drop off unless Ajax beat them at Villa Park. Then Villa do have to put all their eggs in one basket and try and
Mm.
get Champions League football. But we'll
Yeah,
move on to. Obviously, we've spoken a lot about the top of the table. We'll speak a little bit about
middle.
mid-table club at the minute. Very off the mark compared to where they were last season. It's been a very disappointing season for them after
Mm.
what started off with when they beat Villa 5-1
Beat
at St
PSG
James's
as well.
Park. Newcastle looked like they were going to high fly the league again and, you
Mm.
know, get Champions League football again and maybe even do well in the Champions League when we saw them beat PSG 4-1.
Yeah.
It's not quite gone their way, has it? I mean, injuries have again, this is another side that I've been absolutely distraught with
Mm.
injuries. Um, but with the amount of money that's getting pumped into that squad, you would have
I think
thought
it's
that, especially in the summer, they would have accounted for the amount of games that they were playing, Champions League,
I
League
think
Cup,
Tonali's
FA Cup.
situation never helped him.
Oh, I think that's when it started all going downhill, really,
Mm.
didn't it? Because they beat Sheffield United 8-0. It
Oh
was
yeah, you
looking
forget that. Yeah.
it was looking kind of like okay, we and they might be on the up now. The new
Beat
players are sort of
Arsenal as well,
gelled
didn't
in
they? Controversially as well, wasn't it? Yeah.
controversially, but beat them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arsenal didn't win, deserve to win that game. I remember.
Yeah.
Um, but you think, yeah, it could have done,
Yeah.
and
I think
but
I
they've
called
just
them dropping off, but not this much.
yeah, the
Because they're
way
what, like
the way they've
10th in the
dropped
league
off
or something
with the
stupid.
quality of players they've got. Granted, injuries haven't helped. We know that, but the thing is, the amount of money being pumped into that squad, you would have like I said, you would have accounted for that. But players like Alexander Isak, Bruno Guimaraes,
What a
Joel
great goal, yeah.
Linton, Anthony Gordon,
Mm.
um,
Botman,
Botman,
Trippier.
Share, Trippier,
Yeah.
Nick Pope in
They've probably
goal.
got a better squad than Villa. So, well,
Oh,
I don't
Adam,
know
that's
actually. Yeah, I don't know.
let's save the
No,
hot takes for next week.
I no, no, I think, but I'd probably just edge Villa. I
Yeah,
think they're.
I wouldn't even just edge Villa. I think Villa are head and shoulders, mate. Head
I
and
don't know.
shoulders.
But they're definitely. Who else is up there?
Do you
Brighton's
know
above
what?
them.
Do you know what? We're
Teams
going to
like
do
that.
this right now. We're going to do this right now. We're going to because I think that's a very good shout. We're going to compare the two squads. So we're going to go from like their most used like lineup, sort of thing, or most
Yeah.
player that would actually put there. And we're going to see how many um players you'd actually put there
Are
from
we going fully fit? Like everyone's fit? Are we
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
so we're going like because obviously it's Dubravka at the moment. So would you do
Well, no, we'll do
Nick
like Nick Pope. It'd be Pope or Martinez.
Martinez? Martinez.
Martinez, yeah. Okay, so we'll go right back. So who's been mainly playing right back for Villa? Matty
Trippier or
Cash.
Konsa? Konsa's been playing there.
No, it'll be Cash. Matty Cash.
Uh,
Conte's a centre
I'd
half.
probably go Trippier either way.
Trippier, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And you got Shah and Botman
So
versus
Martinez
Torres
and you
and
go Trippier. Wait, and you got Botman and I'd go Pau Torres.
I'd choose Pau Torres. I'd probably go Pau Torres and Botman, to be
Yeah,
honest
that's
with
what I'm
you.
saying. Pau Torres and Botman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because Torres over Share, Botman over Konza, because Konza usually plays there. Luca Digne. We'll go Luca Digne or
I'd have
Dan Burn.
Livramento.
Even then, I'll go
Livramento's
Luca. Yeah, but I'll go Luca Digne.
Digne's not. I don't know. Right? Alex Moreno actually, he's very good. Alex
We'll go
Moreno.
Moreno. Alex Moreno.
Yeah.
It's a toss up between the two. Now you go for that midfield too.
Bruno
Um,
and Douglas Luiz have to be in there, I think.
I think it's Bruno,
So I
Douglas
like,
Luiz.
and then you're looking at McGinn, Jacob Ramsey,
We'll do a
Kamara.
4-3-3 because I think both sides play with a 10 and then a
Yeah.
striker and two wingers. So we'll go Leon Bailey or who's playing on the right for
Who
Newcastle?
else are you
Jacob
putting in the?
Murphy,
Oh, it's Jacob Murphy at
Miguel
home, right?
Almiron.
I'd probably go Leon Bailey's been very good this season.
Bailey's been unbelievable this season. He's
Yeah.
still my
Steps
fantasy
up
team. He hasn't been dropped
over
for weeks.
Diaby. Yeah.
Um,
Left be Gordon, I think.
yeah, left's Gordon. Who
And then
plays left?
Watkins or Isaac.
No, but then you got a 10 as well. McGinn
Yeah.
or Joel Linton,
See, I like
I
Joe
think.
Willock, but he's been injured a lot. I think Joe Willock's a really good player.
But McGinn, apart from his red card, has been sensational for Aston Villa.
That was not a red card as well, by the way.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely not.
My God,
But
that's the
we'll go
horrible.
John McGinn because I think you'll agree with me as
Yeah,
well. John McGinn is, and then Watkins.
yeah.
Y-
Or
No, it's Ollie Watkins.
Watkins has been better form wise, but I think Isaac's a better
No,
striker.
Ollie Watkins.
This season, I go as in if
Right.
you're going on
Do you
paper,
want to? Should we compare the goals in the Premier? Because Alexander Isak played Premier League last season as well. We can compare the two seasons, and you'll see.
Isaac's had a lot of injuries. I'm
No,
pretty sure.
so's Ollie Watkins.
No, but I don't
No,
know because
Adam, it's Ollie Watkins. There's no debate
I'd
here.
give it to you, but it's close. It is close.
I
I
think it
like
may be closer than what I'm making out, but I am saying Ollie Watkins is clear. Now we're counting that one Aston Villa player, two Aston Villa, three, four, five, six, seven, four Newcastle. It maybe is a bit tighter than what I thought, but I do think Aston Villa as a team are clear. And you've also got to think Aston Villa do have players like Buendia who have been out for the whole season, who's a magician as well. So
and yeah, that's true. And like I do think someone like there's a few probably play like realistically if Diaby was on form, he'd probably be in there over
if
Gordon.
Diaby doesn't really play, he doesn't start from the off,
That's
does
the thing.
he?
He
It's
just he
just
started off so well and then just
Leon Bailey's kind of come in and sort of
yeah.
taken his spot. Um,
But I
yeah.
so do you think when I'm don't know if it's controversial, but I think Eddie Howe should go, to be honest. I don't think I think he's taken him as far as he can, Newcastle.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It
I
is a
just
weird
think
one
they look
because you think,
so bang average now for a team that shouldn't. They just look so
but
bang average.
I'm so tempted just to give him the benefit of doubt purely because of the base of injury. I think you write this season off. You
But
look,
how many
okay,
injuries do
didn't
they
go
actually
well.
still have? Like, because Nick Pope wouldn't be saving their season right now. Let's be honest.
No, but I think you give Eddie Howe next season because this is a project with Newcastle. It's not going to be an overnight turn. Yeah, I think last season they might have peaked a couple of seasons before they probably should have done.
Oh yeah, they got lucky because obviously so many teams dropped off as well.
Mm. I
Mm.
think you give Eddie Howe next season. If he doesn't get top four, he goes. And
So I think
you have to. I think you have to give him time. I think
I
you have to
think
give him the benefit. This season is a write off. You look at injuries. Okay, fair enough. And look at the squad depth and the amount of games that they've had to play, including the Champions League.
mm,
Their squad depth's that of Burnley. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I know what you mean, but I
I
don't look
think
now with all the managers being available in the summer. Like I think it could be a good time for them to
what,
put
Jurgen
the
Klopp to Newcastle. Is that what we're? Is that what
yeah,
we're?
but like someone like Xavi, Thomas Tuchel, who know like I'm not saying they will,
No,
but
but to be fair,
put their
those
foot
are
in the
both
door on some of
viable
these.
options, though, aren't they? Because again,
That's what
Newcastle
they've got the
managers
money to offer.
and
They
also
can do it.
managers love a project, and Newcastle very much is a project-based club
Yeah.
at the minute.
Project and they'll get the backing financially, so it's the best of both worlds. So they'll
True,
get given the money they want to buy the players they want, but they'll also
true.
get time to do their thing. So I think that's why I just
Mm.
think it's the best. I wouldn't sack him like right now, but at the end of the season, I'll be like, yeah, I think that's as far as you've gotten them because they need that world class or experienced manager, I say, like to get them over the line. But then I also think Potts should go for Chelsea, but that's a
Yeah,
different conversation.
but yeah, right. Well, I think we'll cut the podcast there, and we'll leave it at that. Title race very much hotting up.
Cheers.
Um, Eddie Howe out.
Facts.
Tottenham to make top four,
Yeah,
and
say
Norwich
so.
to win the fucking playoffs. Come on, you Yellows.
Exactly.
There we go.
I reckon Thomas Tuchel will take the Norwich job next season when they come up.
So
When he makes
I'm still David Wagner out as well. So it's like we're in the playoffs. But I still want my manager gone. It's a weird dynamic right now. I can't lie. Um,
he comes up and then he passes it over to Tuchel. That's what's going to happen.
well,
A serious project that the Norwich
has
job.
Thomas Tuchel ever beaten Rotherham 5-0?
There you go. We'll end
Uh,
on that.
and
That's all
on
you can
that,
say.
there we go. Cheers, guys. We'll see you later.